What's up, motivators? Taren here. Today we are going to talk about sleeved versus sleeveless triathlon suits. Why is everyone choosing sleeve triathlon suits? Well, spoiler alert, it's faster. We're going to discuss why it's faster, what performance benefits you can expect to achieve besides just going a little bit faster, and what instances I would actually recommend that you don't choose a long-sleeved triathlon suit that nobody else is talking about. Stick around, we're gonna go through all of that today.
My name is Taren Gazelle. In my 20s, I was overweight, unfulfilled, and couldn't even run to the end of the block. Over the following years, I found endurance sports, lost 65 pounds, won age groups, raced world championships, broke records, and trained and learned from some of the best athletes and coaches in the world. You too can use endurance sports to change your life and accomplish your fitness goals. You just need a system that's meant for us amateurs who want to be our best while feeling our strongest and healthiest. My company Motive offers that system, and I want to share some of the tips from it today.
Thank you for tuning in, motivators. I remember when I first got into triathlon, the culture was that almost everyone would have a short-sleeved or sleeveless triathlon suit. Typically it was two-piece where you had one for the top, one for the bottom. And lately, almost everything has been going towards long sleeve tri-suits. Now, is this just for fashion and culture? No, there is a significant performance benefit. So let's dive right into why everything is shifting towards long sleeve tri-suits and how significant that performance benefit is. The first thing that I found here as I was looking up studies is this large study where they looked at different lengths of triathlon suits, different fabrics of triathlon suits. And what they found was that the reduction in aerodynamic drag was significant enough that they could save 8 watts of drag on the upper body and 3 watts of drag on the lower body, totaling 13 watts. Considering that in a lot of races, people are maybe doing between 150 or 250 watts, 13 watts saved is very significant just by changing what you're wearing. What they concluded from this study was that the cycling kit developed in this project was considerably lower drag than a traditional kit with smooth fabrics only. Rough material on the sleeves clearly improves the aerodynamic qualities of a jersey, and the results indicate that a dimpled fabric is more favorable than having a smooth fabric. They also say since the gain increases with sleeve length, the sleeve should be as long as comfort and regulations allow. So what we're looking for in a tri-suit that is as aerodynamic as possible is long sleeves with rough patterns on the shoulders. And with Ironman races, the regulations are that you can't have your torso exposed and that you can't have your jersey being longer than your elbows or the bib shorts being longer than your knees. But according to this study, you want to cover up as much as possible. Hence a long sleeve tri-suit down to the elbows because it's going to be as quick as possible. But then when you start looking at forums, a lot of people say, well, am I going to overheat in that? This next study here that I found actually indicated that there is a significant performance improvement from being able to cool your body. Now, if we look at their guiding principles to actually cool your body in a race, the very first thing that they mention is cooling as much of the body's surface area as possible and doing so as close to the performance as possible, if not in the performance, is what is going to keep you cooler. So those long sleeve kits are actually going to keep you cooler. And finally, I just want to wrap it up with a quote from our friend Matt Bottrell, who is a time trial and aerodynamic cycling expert that we work with a lot. He says, from testing, we have seen long sleeve will always make a good gain over short sleeves. Fitting is always a key part. You want to make sure that you have movement to be able to swim, but the new fabrics can benefit from aero and elasticity. Fabrics are improving all the time to also enhance a cooling effect. So I would agree with what I typically say, that the right suit will keep you cooler as well. I take a minute to thank our first sponsor, being UCAN. Now, UCAN is a better way to start your day. I've typically talked about it from a performance improvement benefit because UCAN is a carbohydrate that doesn't spike your blood glucose and then cause a crash later. But I actually use it, as you can tell, by there only being 1 bar in this box and an empty package of granola, that I like to use this as the way to start my day because it's not that terrible bowl of cereal that spikes your blood glucose, causing a crash later in the day. It's also not the bulletproof coffee that, yeah, it gives you some calories, but it really doesn't get you any energy to start your day or get to your workout. UCAN bars and granola are something that I have just about every single morning because it's an excellent way to get something in your stomach while keeping your blood sugar nice and stable. So maybe you've tried UCAN as a performance tool in the past, but UCAN as actual food to start your day with as a replacement for energy bars or oatmeal or cereal or granola, and having that nice stable blood glucose with a good amount of energy is an excellent way to do this. If you want to get a discount on UCAN, you can go to ucan.co/Taren, where we've got a guide for how I like to use UCAN in training. But if you buy anything at that website through ucan.co/Taren, you will get a discount applied at checkout. So long sleeve, it's going to be faster, it's going to keep you cooler. There will be links in the description below to all of these studies and the competition rules for what you need to wear in an Ironman race. But that's not to say that you should wear long sleeves all the time. Sometimes short sleeve jerseys are actually a requirement. Like in ITU and World Triathlon Series races, you see that all of those athletes are in short sleeves. I will again link to the suit requirements for ITU. These are typically World Championship, Sprint, and Olympic distance race regulations in the description below, so you can see that if you are racing that. And these races, you're often going to have to wear a short sleeve jersey. But for local races, there really aren't going to be any regulations. You're going to see local athletes in grassroots level events that are actually just racing in a pair of bicycle shorts, which is totally fine. And this is where I think a lot of coaches and media outlets aren't really guiding beginner triathletes in the right way. And this is the third scenario. If you are not looking to spend a whole bunch on this aerodynamic, super expensive $300, $400, $500 long sleeve triathlon kit with dimpled shoulders, and you aren't racing a world championship level event and you just want to get into the sport, what do you wear? What we outline in our book in the Triathlon Foundation series, that is some of the most highly rated triathlon training books in the world on Amazon and Goodreads, is something different than just the short sleeve tri-kit or the long sleeve tri-kit. It's something that no coach and very few media outlets are talking about. That option being a pair of tri-shorts and a cycling jersey. Reason being that they're going to be nice and snug, and the tri-shorts are going to have a smaller chamois in your crotch so that you can actually ride on the bike and still get that little bit of padding, but it's not so large a chamois like cycling shorts that you can't swim in it. With traditional cycling shorts, there's a really big pad in the butt, and if you wear those in a triathlon and swim in them, you're gonna have diaper butt on the run afterward. And it's gonna be pretty soggy, and it's probably gonna cause chafing in an area that you don't want chafing. But for the top, I would recommend a traditional cycling top, because this again covers the shoulders. It makes sure that you're going to be a little bit cooler. It's going to be a little bit more aerodynamic. As long as that jersey is nice and snug fitting to the body, you can wear that in training and in racing. So then you're only having to buy a pair of tri-shorts and a cycling top, and boom, you have everything, instead of having to buy bib shorts and then cycling jerseys and a long sleeve tri-kit and a short sleeve tri-kit. For just $200, you get yourself a pair of tri-shorts and a good cycling jersey, and you can do everything. To summarize, if you're racing grassroots races or Ironman races, you want to be as fast as possible and don't mind spending a few $100s, get yourself a long sleeve tri-kit. If you are racing world championship level sprint and Olympic distance events, you're going to need a short sleeve tri-kit. If you are just looking at saving as much money as possible, just go with a pair of tri-shorts and a cycling jersey, and you are off to the races, saving yourself hundreds of dollars. I hope that that helps you out. Thank you for watching, motivators. If you're looking for a training plan that incorporates these methods, that is as good as a one-on-one coach but as inexpensive as doing it yourself, check out our Motive training app that covers triathlons, running races, duathlons, swim runs, and cycling events. There's a link in the description below where you can check out your customized training plan for free. Also, if you'd rather listen to these tips, we also publish these videos in podcast format on the Taren's Motive Method podcast, so you can check that out. And if you don't want to do either of those things, but you found this video helpful, hit us up with a virtual high five by smashing the like button below. Later, motivators.